You know that weird thing where you apologize to a waiter for their mistake? That got installed at age 7, right between eat your veggies and don't talk back. These weren't quirks. They were generational glitches, passed down like a family curse. Today, we're unpacking 10 of them. And number 7, that one hits like stepping on Legos. Emotionally, let's start. Number 1, the stop being so dramatic trap. Stop being so dramatic. Translation: your feelings are a Netflix performance, not reality. Except you weren't auditioning for Broadway. You were 7. Your goldfish died, and that was the worst thing that had ever happened to you. Child Mind Institute research shows kids who get labeled as dramatic don't grow out of it. They grow around it. They learn to bottle up their real emotions and put on fake ones. So the kid who got told, stop acting, turns into the adult who says, I'm fine during a panic attack, or apologizes for crying at a funeral. And let's be real, a friendship fight in middle school felt like the end of the world. But if no one validated that pain, you probably became the adult who stays in toxic relationships because you were taught your distress wasn't valid in the first place. Here's what actually works. Instead of calling it drama, say, you're really upset about this. That's it. No judgment, no minimizing, just acknowledgement. Because those feelings were real then, and they're real now, even if the trigger looks small to someone else. P.S. There's a 2-sentence repair you can use tonight that fixes half of these. Keep an ear out. And if you think invalidating emotions was bad, wait until you see what happens when parents start comparing you to everyone else. Number 2, the why can't you be more like curse. Why can't you be more like your sister? The neighbor's kids doesn't act this way. Congratulations. You just taught your child they're the wrong version of themselves. Harvard research shows kids who grow up constantly compared to others don't get motivated. They get demolished. Their self-worth tanks, and they carry that not good enough soundtrack into adulthood. Every kid is running their own race on their own track. Comparing them is like asking why your fish can't climb trees like the neighbor's squirrel. Plot twist, the fish isn't motivated. It's drowning in shame. And here's the kicker. Those comparisons don't just disappear. They become an internal voice. 30 years later, you're still hearing, Sarah would have handled this better every time you face a challenge. The kid who was always compared grows into an adult who can't celebrate their wins because someone else did it faster. They can't start projects because someone else might do it better. They live paralyzed by a measuring stick that was never theirs. Want to do better? Try, I notice you're struggling with math. How can we work on this together? Focus on their race, not the neighbor's squirrel Olympics. Fun sticko fact. Apparently, 97% of viewers don't subscribe, which means I'm basically giving out free therapy jokes with 0 child support payments. Do me a favor, tap subscribe. And if comparisons felt brutal, number 3 is the parenting move that basically turned kids into unpaid emotional janitors. Number 3, making you responsible for their emotions. Look what you're doing to your father. You're making mommy sad. Translation: congrats, 7-year-old. You now control the entire emotional climate of this household. Picture it, you break a vase while playing ball in the house. Instead of, we don't play ball inside, you get, mommy's crying because of you. Suddenly, you're not just a clumsy kid. You're basically an emotional terrorist with a soccer ball. Reality check. Kids shouldn't be managing adult feelings. They can barely manage their shoelaces. Half the time, they're on the wrong feet, and you want them to regulate your mood? Here's what a child's brain actually hears. When adults are sad, it's my fault. When adults are angry, I caused it. Their feelings are my responsibility. That's an absurd amount of power to give to someone who still believes in the tooth fairy. And the fallout? Kids who grow up responsible for parent emotions become adults who feel guilty just for taking up space. Sorry the bus was late. Sorry for global warming. Sorry my atoms exist. They become emotional contortionists, twisting into whatever shape keeps everyone else calm. Human emotional support animals who never signed up for the gig. Professional emotional janitors constantly cleaning up messes that were never theirs. Your emotions are yours. Theirs are theirs. Full stop. Just when you thought childhood couldn't get more exhausting, number 4 is where parents turn discipline into a lifelong guilt subscription. Number 4, using guilt as discipline. After everything I've done for you, I sacrificed my whole life for you. Fine print. Welcome to childhood. Please sign here to begin your lifelong repayment plan. But here's the truth. Parenting isn't a loan. Kids don't owe emotional debt for being raised. Nobody asked to be born and agree to 18 years of guilt payments with interest. Psychology Today shows guilt-based discipline doesn't build responsibility. It builds adults who feel guilty for existing. These are the people who say sorry for everything. Sorry, my eyelids blinked unevenly. Sorry, the moon's out tonight. That one's on me. They become adults who can't say no, who feel guilty for having boundaries, who treat self-care like theft. Real discipline isn't about guilt trips. It's about consequences. Your action hurt someone. Clear, teachable. You hurt me after all I've done. Emotional blackmail. One teaches accountability. The other teaches lifelong guilt. Also, there's one thing that flips guilt into accountability without a fight. And if guilt made you feel heavy, number 5 is the one that made love itself feel like a paycheck. Number 5, making love conditional on achievement. I'm proud of you for getting straight A's. Notice what's missing? Just, I'm proud of you. When love becomes something you earn with performance, it stops being love and starts being a paycheck. Kids internalize the rule. I am valuable when I achieve. Without achievement, I am nothing. So, the gifted kid praised for being smart, they grow up to have an identity crisis the first time they're average at their job. The athlete praised for winning, total meltdown the first time they're just ordinary. Fast forward to adulthood and you get people who apologize for resting, feel guilty for taking a nap, try to optimize grocery shopping like it's an Olympic sport, the cereal aisle in the national trials. You don't need a personal best in peas. And the burnout is brutal. It's like running on a treadmill where the speed keeps going up and the off switch is broken. Because when love feels conditional, you can never stop proving yourself. The fix? Strip out the scoreboard and name impact, not indebtedness. This action hurt someone. How do we repair it? Accountability, no guilt tax. I love watching you try new things. Or even better, I love you, period. No conditions attached. And if love felt conditional...